Hi there, let's talk about Homesick Pilots Volume 1. Homesick Pilots Volume 1 is a book I got digitally. It is a collection of the first 5 issues of the Homesick Pilots story, and it essentially forms a full story in itself, though there is an option for the series to continue, which they are doing so. Please stick with us as we have a look at the book itself, and I discuss more about the plot and what happens in it, without giving away too much, I hope. So let's have a look at this book. Okay, so you start off in 1994. You've got a sort of cold opening because you see this house exploding from its roof and what looks like legs or something coming down. And you've got this voiceover saying that it's losing control and that you've never gone to see the Nuclear Fucking Bastards, which is a punk band. Now then you flash back to a few weeks earlier. You have the Homesick Pilots, who are these guys here, and our main character Amy. They're a rival punk band, and they're feeling a little bit down because there's a good crowd at this gig they're at in a bowling alley, and they want to, meet this level of success. So Amy comes up with the idea to have the gig that they're going to do at this old haunted house. There's stories about it. They think they're made up. They're just things that kids say to each other. And Amy goes to sort of have a recce and see what it's about. She goes in, then all of a sudden disappears. You've still got this voiceover from her, and you've got some nice art. You've got this really fun way they play with the panels. So you see the friends of Amy, the rest of the Homesick Pilots, breaking in to try and find her, but at the same time you've got a parallel narrative as you've got the rival band coming up from the bottom and they meet each other in the middle. It took me a minute to work out what was going on in this panel, but it's really fun once you realise it, and it's just a bit creative. Now they have an altercation, blood gets spilled, let's say, and the house fights back and defends the Homesick Pilots, obviously covered in blood. You then have the narrative, who you find out to be Amy, explaining to you that the house has got ghosts and various artifacts from it have gone missing, and she is tasked with obtaining these artifacts so the house can have some cohesion and hopefully peace. She's kind of a ghost but not a ghost at the same time. She's got ghost-like powers. The only thing I can liken her to is that character out of Ghostbusters 2 who works with Sigourney Weaver in the art museum, and he tries to steal the baby. Is he a ghost? Is he not? I don't know. But she has abilities. She sort of joins with these otherworldly entities. She does encounter her friends along the way, because obviously they're looking for her. One doesn't cope very well with her going missing and takes to sort of drink and drugs. The other one a bit more positive in his attitude. You find that the ghosts can give people powers, but they can also take them away as well. One particular ghost they find gives people good luck and can sort of empower them in this way here shown. But it's an interesting story. Whilst you might not agree with all the ideas that are being put forward, I found that I was thoroughly engrossed by the end of the first issue, and I was quite happy to continue reading it. I'm trying to be careful now how much I give away, because the story does move along at a pace, and the last couple of issues of the 5 that the first trade collects do give away quite a lot of plot points very quickly. But I would say it's got great artwork, it's got a great narrative, the characters are interesting, and you get an option as to where you're going to go afterwards. It's the kind of book that I'm glad they make, to be honest. It is interesting. It's not superheroes, but it's got powerful and power-based elements in it, but they never make the people sort of unbelievable or uninteresting to read. So I would say definitely check it out. It's also got this dark element to it as well that gives it that sort of twinge all the time and stops it being so cheesy, because you've always got the fact that a lot of the ghosts are obviously, people who've met nasty ends, let's say. Okay, so that was the book and a bit of a general overview. It's difficult to give you much more information beyond the first couple of issues, because things really do start to happen quickly in the book, and a lot of it is things that you really want to discover yourself when you're reading. I don't want to ruin it. So all I can say is it is a sort of purchase I made off the cuff. I was really happy I made it once I got reading, and it's something that reads really well as a trade. I'm not buying the single issues, no matter how much I liked the first volume, because I am trade sitting and waiting for it to come out, because I think it is just the story and the way they write and do the art. It's better as a trade. Some books are. This is one of them. Let me know what you think if you've read the story, or if you had a look at it because of this review, and if you enjoyed it too. Be interested to know. It's certainly one of those books that otherwise would just pass you by. I got a feeling it will come up on sale digitally quite often, just because it's a Boom book and they like sticking them on Comixology. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Have a look at the Instagram and the website for some updates and notifications on videos are coming out, and thanks for watching.